Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Jordan the Great. And I'm doing a little different video. I'm bringing back the videos where I actually put effort in. Anyways, we here are reacting to how much money does Mr. Goodman really have. We may not know how much he got. That boy got trillions. I'm gonna have to rob. I'm playing. But let's get into the video though.
Mr. Goodman is by far the richest character in SML. With tons of cars, boats, and mansions, he is absolutely stacked with cash. But how much money does he actually have? In this video, we'll be finding out the exact amount, starting with his houses. In SML, we've seen Mr. Goodman live in two main houses. His main house, which we see in The Life of Goodman, and his current house, which we see in SML movie Scooby-Doo and Onward. And after some stalking on Zillow, which is a website where you can look at houses' value, and finding the exact addresses for these places, it seems like his first home is worth almost $12 million.
God damn. I live in an apartment still. The fuck?
And his other house is worth around $4 million. But
that looks bigger than the... Let me shut up.
This is just the beginning, and we're not even at 1% of his net worth yet.
Oh, that's a PJ on the way, mad nigga wait. If y'all know the reference, y'all know.
We all know that Marvin's house is a mortgage, which he has to pay every month to Mr. Goodman's bank.
Okay, fine, I pay a mortgage to the bank, so the bank owns it.
Marvin bought the house in 2016, and the SML filming house in 2016 costed around $390,000. But over the
I thought that house was a little bit more.
years, with housing prices booming, it costs around $718,000.
Yeah, for a 6-bedroom, no, for a bedroom and 6-bathroom, $300K is a little too good,
$1,000. But with all the renovations they did, such as the pool they built, it would most likely cost around $800,000. Now, we can add his house as one of Mr. Goodman's assets, as he owns the bank. But that's not all, because he doesn't just own Marvin's mortgage, he owns the mortgages.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, give me a second right quick. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Come on.
Is on every house across the whole street, which would be a whopping $6+ million. And if you think that's crazy, you would be in for a surprise, because as shown in SML movie Brooklyn Guy's credit card, my boy Mr. Goodman has basically monopolized the credit industry, as shown by...
Let me get like Mr. Good. Let me be your son, your stepson, man. No, adopted son, because nigga, shit. I can cuss loud because it's my parents' room, but god damn.
The fact that he pays his workers literally nothing.
Well, how much are you paying him an hour?
A staggering, a mind-blowing 50 cents an hour.
Therefore,
What the fuck, bro? 50 cents an hour. I am 16 years old. I work at Raising Cane's, and I get paid 15 an hour for this is my first job. Goodman, you have more money than the Cane's company themselves, and they're paying me better than you. What are you doing? I'm gonna continue the video, bro.
or Mr. Goodman is the only creditor in the United States, meaning he owns every single mortgage in the US, which would total to around $12.8 trillion, meaning that only from his total creditor in the United States.
A mind-blowing 50 cents an hour.
Therefore, Mr. Goodman is the only creditor in the United States, meaning he owns every single mortgage in the US, which would total to around $12.8 trillion, meaning that only from his real estate ventures, he has made over 40 times more than Elon Musk's net worth. But that still doesn't include all the money he's made from properties, because as shown in SML movie The Koopalings Part 2, Goodman also owns the apartment complex that all the SML characters lived in during the apartment era.
And I'm the owner and landlord of the apartment complex.
We can assume that Mr. Goodman didn't just stop at the one.
Okay, so he just owns. Well, he technically does. He owns everything in the SML universe. He owns Apple. Yeah, he owns Apple. He owns Samsung. He owns everything. McDonald's, Burger King, everything.
An apartment though, and probably owns all the apartments in the US.
Sorry.
Well, Mr. Goodman's net worth so far is almost 2 times the US GDP. But Mr. Goodman's assets don't end with property. Another huge collection of Mr. Goodman's assets is from his vehicles. In SML movie The Life of Goodman, we get to see some of his vehicles, one of them being a whole private jet that he flies around on his own.
This is my private jet.
Pete
It's
Ding
fast as
Emily.
fuck.
The average cost of a private jet is around $4 million on the lower end, which is already a lot, but we know that Mr. Goodman doesn't cheap out on anything, even private jets, so we can assume he probably owns the most expensive jet, which is the Airbus A380, which is owned by a Saudi Arabian prince, and we know that Mr. Goodman has good relationships with the Prince of Saudi Arabia.
I wish I did.
Hello, my friend. It is me, Prince Abu Dhabi.
So he probably has been given one of these jets, which costs a staggering $600 million. On top of his lavish planes, he's also seen driving an assortment of exotic cars. In SML movie The Life of Goodman and Jeffy's Car Wash, we see that he owns both a red and blue Lamborghini Huracan Evo. He also owns an Audi
Okay, that's normal for a rich person.
R8, as seen in SML movie Jeffy's Joyride. And when Mr. Goodman wants to look poor, he settles for a Porsche 911 because it has poor in the name. This car costs almost 200 grand, and that's not even to mention all the cars we see his son Richard drive. In SML movie Richard's Mistake, he's seen driving a 2020 BMW i8, and in SML movie Jeffy's Fast and Furious, he's also seen driving a Porsche 911, which we will assume is Goodman's, so we won't count that. But we all know, when it comes to expensive stuff that Goodman has, there's always more, because in SML movie The Life of Goodman, after he shows off his Lambo, he says this.
This is my Lamborghini. I buy a new one every week when the odometer hits 100 miles, because then it's just
All 3 of my mom's vehicles have at least a good 100,000 miles on it. 100. You deserve that one.
too used for me.
Him changing cars every week explains why he has both a blue and a red Lamborghini. And since he still owns the car, it means that he's been accumulating so much wealth just from Lamborghinis alone. The Lamborghini Huracan Evo first released in 2019, meaning that for 6 years he's been buying Lamborghinis weekly, which totals to $106,295,208 just from Lamborghinis. But
Okay. Gang, I only spend a good $20 a month. That's mainly because I ain't broke most of the time. 106 million. Oh, million, billion, oh, trillion. Oh, shit.
neither vehicles nor his houses can compare to the wealth he's accumulated from businesses. We've already talked about
We finna get into deep territory, make it, boy.
how his banking company is and what led him to getting trillions from all his mortgages across the US. But what is the actual value of Goodman Bank and Trust? Well, since we all know Goodman's Bank is the only bank in the entire world of SML, we can total up all of the worth of the banks in the US. And this totals up to a staggering 153 trillion with...
What the hell? What the hell? Goodman. I can't even talk right now. I don't even know what to say.
the T dollars, which at this point doesn't even surprise me anymore. Shocking.
That's only one. Let me write something down for y'all right quick. Hold up. I want y'all to look at this. Okay. We're only 5 minutes to this damn video.
Shockingly, this isn't the only business he owns. In SML movie Jeffy Gets a Job, it's revealed that Goodman is the owner of Jimmy John's,
Oh god, the boss is gonna be so mad about this.
What did I just hear?
which is valued at $20 billion. But that's not all. After losing all his money in SML movie The Bet, Goodman works for Bowser, who asks him to go to Walmart. After seeing that there was a puddle of water, without a wet floor sign, he knew what he was doing and was not going back.
What is that? Water on the floor? And no wet floor sign? Oh, I'm about to get paid. Cha-ching. Here I go. Ah! Oh, my back! Oh, my neck!
This slip-up made Mr. Goodman the owner of Walmart and all of its assets, totaling $767 billion.
Needless to say, I own Walmart now.
In SML movie Junior's Cookie Crisp, Junior makes a jingle for Cookie Crisp, which seemed to take inspiration, shall we say, from multiple different franchises. Mr. Goodman then came to sue Cookie Crisp, explaining how he's the owner of McDonald's, Cocoa Puffs, Lucky Charms, Trix, Goldfish, Cheetos, Skittles, Huggies, State Farm, Red Bull, Kit Kat, KFC, Frosted Flakes, Arby's, Burger King, and Allstate. But finally, let's look at some things that can take away from his massive net worth. Starting off with debt. To afford such massive purchases like houses, cars, and businesses' starting costs, it makes sense financially to take a loan from a bank.
Oh, I know his debt. His debt is horrendous.
Would mean that Mr. Goodman must have taken out loads of loans, right? Well, if you recall, Goodman's bank is the only moneylender in the entire world, and you can't be in debt to yourself. And the money he owed from
Smart move. Smart move.
starting the bank was probably erased when all the banks shut down because of what he did. Another thing we could look at is the taxes Goodman would have to pay. But Goodman and tax evasion are basically like bread and butter. His main strategy is to have multiple children with his maid.
And I've gotten her pregnant 7 times because we don't believe in Plan B, only Plan C, because the C stands for cash.
Not plan C.
We have the kids, I claim them on my taxes.
He even went to jail for a day for tax evasion. In SML movie Goodman Goes to Jail. This is probably why Goodman says his net worth is significantly lower than it is.
Ah, yes. $1 trillion, just like it should be.
From tallying up his net worth from just his houses alone, that's way more than $1 trillion. All of this is just lying to avoid paying taxes. Therefore, he literally doesn't have anything deducted from his net worth. So this leads to the grand total. How much is Mr. Goodman really worth? Well, after tallying up everything, it gives us a mind-blowing 167 trillion, 767 billion, 389 million, 911,108 dollars. To put this into perspective, the total amount of money on Earth is only 123 trillion, meaning that Mr. Goodman is worth almost 2 planets.
Motherfucker. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me get back to that one. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I love you all. And I hope y'all have a good day. Peace.